Hey there, it's me, your favorite internet roommate. Didn't bother to write an intro. The BBL, my fault. The British Basketball League got a fresh coat of paint this year, and having read an entire 2 books on marketing, I'm something of a marketing expert myself. So I kind of wanted to take a look at some brands across the league, or some franchises across the league, and just see what I would do with them. I haven't planned this video much, so it's kind of just going to be a bit of a stream of consciousness. I think a lot of what I'm going to be talking about will just be kind of like tweaks here and there. Obviously, like, to do an entire rebrand, that's a lot of work and time that I don't really have. I obviously have 0 qualifications in branding or graphic design, logo design, any of these things. This is just something that I've got an interest in and I think it'd be pretty cool to talk about. Take my opinions with a pinch of salt. They are coming from an absolute moron who has no idea what he's talking about. Let's just jump into it, shall we? I like a lot of what London do, but one thing I really don't like is the logo.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
I think that was the biggest misstep in the whole of that rebranding process. To me, when I look at the logo, it makes me think of an investment firm. Yeah, it's kind of ironic. I think the loss of the logo and the loss of the color was kind of a big mistake. I think color is important when it comes to brands, especially sports teams. And a historic club like the Lions, it's dangerous then when you essentially gut its entire identity. I understand they were trying to start fresh, but I think there was a way to do that without going in the complete opposite direction and now kind of not really having an identity. Like being called the London Lions and not really seeing a lion in sight anywhere doesn't make sense to me. So I think the logo needs tweaking. Something like this would have been really good, like one of the old Lions logos they had. I think that is kind of like that perfect balance of a logo still having personality and then still being modern. Because I am personally a sucker for the old school logos. Like, I might have to do a video on it one day, but old classic logos are hilarious. Like NBA logos, they're fantastic. And just logos in general, everyone's gone really minimalist. Everyone just wants to get rid of characters, or just wants to be sleek and everything just look like a business logo. And that's kind of crap for sports teams. Sports teams need mascots, and you need something to identify with. Looking like a bank, it doesn't inspire a lot of team spirit. The thing I do love is the LDN. I think even if that was the logo, I think is a better shout than what they have at the moment, to be honest. But as a whole, to bookend this, I would change the logo and play with more color. Hold up. I'm gonna let you finish. I was going over their socials again, and it just didn't register to me, but they did a much better job this year of solidifying a color within their brand, which I love. I guess it would be also nice to see those colors reflected within the logo. Otherwise, London's branding and marketing team, keep doing what you're doing. I like where it's going. Yeah, they need a new logo. I'm not trying to get demonetized on a silly video like this, so I won't compare what I think it looks like, but let's say at the moment it looks like Hugo Boss makes their uniforms.
Bist du faschistisch? Nope.
Because I think it works. Like, it's a very functional logo. It's symmetrical, minimalist, has a basketball, has an eagle, kind of all of those boxes are pretty ticked. I don't know, could use with an update, let's say, and maybe leaning more towards this sort of avenue just to avoid that confusion. Well, not really confusion, but just to avoid that. I feel like it's just a bit safer in it. And the franchise is lucky that they have a Premier League team next door, and I think they should rock the black and white stripes like way more often. I remember they used to, like when I was first in the league, they used to do that with a few of their uniforms, and I don't know why they went away from it. I just think it's a unique opportunity with having a Premier League team nearby, try and cross-pollinate some of the fans, or it's a brand, it's already really recognizable brand within that city. I don't think it does any damage just to lean on that. I don't know why the league, especially a league like this with no team has an NBA budget to afford designers and stuff like that, professional designers, because even they struggle in the NBA to come up with new jerseys every year. So I don't know why teams in this league feel the need to. I think I'm team stick with what a jersey looks like and then just come out with special alternates. I think it's going to help with brand recognition. I think there's any real need to just keep changing jerseys every year. It's cool. I guess it's something to talk about on social media, and I'm up for updates and like little tweaks here and there, but I think the base idea of the uniform should kind of just like be solidified as part of the identity of the team. And I think for Newcastle, the black and white stripes would be a massive one. I feel like as I'm talking about them, they're probably in the process of doing this themselves. It seems that they're like doing a soft rebrand at the moment, like with their color scheme, at least on their uniforms and some of the design language on their socials. But I think they need to either rebrand and commit, or it's gonna kind of be a waste of a good year. Like, they've had a great season this year, which has obviously got them talked about a lot. If you're gonna kind of like try and emulate the Phoenix Suns, which I don't think is a bad idea at all.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Intel has told us there are at least 7.
They're the same picture. Also, while I was editing this, I noticed this may be a bit more accurate.
Hey,
Yeah?
what the hell is this?
I think fully commit and do it. You got to change the colors of the logo as well. Orange. I'm honestly for it. I think in the north, you're sharing the color yellow with the Sheffield Sharks, whereas nobody really has orange yet. So
It's free real estate.
I could talk about us at length, man, but I'll try and keep it brief. Number one is the logo needs to go. I can't tell you what a nightmare that is to design with. It's just so asymmetrical that it's impossible to put this logo in the center of anything. If you put it in the center, there's too much to the right, and you move it over and it just looks off. So yeah, logo needs to be changed to be like an actual functioning logo, just for one. Like, it doesn't even matter what it looks like at this point. It just needs to be functional. I think we adjust the colors. I think the blue that we use is far too light for a team that's called the Scorchers. Nothing about that says Heat at all. It's far too cool of a blue. Maybe more of a Sonic blue, something a bit more neon-y. You know, like blue fire, man. Just something that feels a bit more hot. I think you know what I mean, right? To adjust the blue, you can stay with black, and then we need an accent color. I think one year we had pink. I don't mind pink. Yeah, last year the pink didn't come out well enough on the jerseys. I think pink's good. You know, a hot pink though. Alternatively is like the Phoenix are doing, riding, you know, copying an NBA team. I think the colors we pick are the Knicks.
Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks?
Just because you have that blue in there, and then you have the use of orange. You know, you can do a lot of stuff with blue and orange fire, and you still get to keep the black. And lastly, it's kind of like just leaning away from all the dragon stuff. I think the dragon stuff is cool for the mascot, like cool, keep Scorcher, like update him. He's a gecko at the moment. He doesn't even have a tail or wings, but you know, that's down the line. That's when there's some money. But yeah, we need to lean away from the dragon stuff and the scales and that kind of thing everywhere. I think fire's a bit more, you can just do a bit more with fire, in my personal opinion. Like, if scales are a design language, I don't think that's very, I don't know, I just don't think it's good as like elements of flames and stuff like that. You can use a dragon here or there, it's just not all dragons. I'm not as big of a fan of it, so that's what I'd do. There's nothing patriotic about the Patriots. Yeah, again, while it's a functioning logo, there's nothing patriotic about the logo. There's nothing patriotic about the colors they use. Yeah, there's not a patriot in sight. The mascot's not an issue. I think Pat the dog is actually pretty clever. I do appreciate the challenge of being more patriotic, like using the colors and using flags and stuff like this without coming across like the BNP basketball team. However, I think rejecting it completely is a wrong move, considering that you picked the name Patriots. Like, if you wanted to avoid that altogether, you just don't call yourself the Patriots. There's perhaps a tasteful way to do it without, you know, going overboard and being the English Defence League. I hope you enjoyed that little ramble. But now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments what teams you'd like to see rebrand, or even better, what teams' brands you like. I always enjoy reading your comments, so please make sure to leave them down below. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. If you made it all the way to the end, consider subscribing. And yeah, I didn't write an outro either, if you could tell. See ya.